It's Michelle from Scrap Secrets, and welcome to another edition of Tool Crush Tuesday. So this week's Tool Crush is the Tonic Studio Tim Holtz stamping platform. This is the original one. I do believe he has a travel size now, and I want to show you guys what I love so much about it. Now, I thought it was a little obsessive for me to get a third one. I have the medium-sized Misty, not the small card makers one, and not the really large scrapbooking one. I believe they have like a 12 by 12, and then I think a 4 by 6 is the card makers one. Mine, I believe mine's a 6 by 8 maybe. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the measurements for you, but you've seen me use it in many videos. That's what I've reached for. That was the first stamping tool that I ever got like that. My nieces got it for me for Christmas. Then at Michael's, I found the Hampton Art Stamp Perfect platform, and which is the teal one. You've also seen me use that in videos, and I thought that I love that, and it's very similar to the Misty, and I do use that. I tend to reach for the Misty more than the Stamp Perfect one. And then I saw this at Hobby Lobby. I could use a 40% off coupon, and I went for it, and so glad that I did. So I'm going to tell you and show you a couple of the differences between this and the Misty, and you guys can decide. If you guys are on the fence, you guys can decide, hopefully decide from the pros and cons of either one. So this is the Tim Holtz Tonic Studios stamp platform. There's a little hinge here, so the front comes off. So here's a little sneak peek. This will also be one of my tool crushes in a future video. This is my Sweet Petunia. This is the mini bar magnet. So it does not come with this. It comes with these two magnets. They are strong, definitely not as strong as the bar magnet, but if you do get them stuck together, and you will pinch your finger. I know from experience. So anyway, so this is the top. It comes with these two pieces. It comes with the bottom, this, and then the two magnets. That's the entire package. So you're going to have a rubber side and a clear side. So you need different thicknesses, because when you put this down, in order for this to reach your paper, this is the rubber side. It's actually going to sit up a little bit, because if you look at this, the rubber stamp is actually higher, thicker than if you looked at a regular clear stamp. So see the difference here? So you're going to need a different height on this. So it's nice that they have it clearly marked. You're going to want the one that you are using. So if we were using this, the background stamp, which is the rubber stamp, you would want the rubber word to be on the outside. So you would see clear would be backwards and rubber would be the right way. So you would want to do this. Now the clear stamp that I showed you is a turnabout stamp. You can use those in here. You can use any kind of stamp in here. So what you're going to want to do is you use it just like any other stamp platform. You would put this down, you would pick this up, you would have your paper here, ink this up, press it down. If it doesn't stamp great the first time, you can continually stamp it. If you want to do several different colors and do layering techniques, you can do that with this. Absolutely fantastic. There are so many techniques you can do with this. Now, one of the things that I love best about this is the fact that you can have the paper actually hang out the bottom and out the side. So if you are stamping on a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, which this is an 8 by 8. This is an 8 by 8 square. So if you had a 12 by 12 paper, you could put that in there, and if you wanted to stamp up here with something up here, it wouldn't ruin the paper. Now, if you are using the Stamp Perfect or the Misty, they have little sides to it. So theirs just lifts up like this, and there would be a side here, a side here, and a side here. So if you put your paper in, you're going to get a crease on 3 sides, unless you're using the large scrapbook one, which I believe they have. I think I heard that they have one. I haven't looked into it. But you wouldn't be able to do a large scrapbook page. On this you can, because your paper can hang out the sides and you're not going to get a crease. Absolutely fantastic. So that's one of the big pluses about this. One of the things that I've been doing for Kathy Rakusin's the Daily Marker 30-day coloring challenge, is I had stamped out a bunch of images on half a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I just did it in half because most stamp sets will take up one entire page, or I can put almost 2 full stamp sets on one page. So I was kind of just stamping around. So what I did was I put the paper in, stamped as many stamps as would fit on here. So there is a ledge here, so you are going to have a stopping point. So you do have to remember that there is a certain point where you can't stamp beneath. However, all you have to do is turn that paper around, put this in, and then stamp the other ones, or put it over here or whatever. So as you can see, I stamped this 2 different times, and there are no creases in this paper. If I did it in the Misty, I probably would have had a crease right here because that's where it would have ended. So one of the biggest advantages for that, like I said, you can stamp any images with this, and then as easy as it is, you just take that out and put this back in, and this would be your side for your clear stamps. Super easy to do, very, 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 very simple. It only takes a few seconds to flip it around. I thought that because, you had to keep doing this, flipping it upside down and turning it around, I thought that would be more of a pain, but it really isn't. It's not a big deal. So this is my Tool Crush Tuesday. There's, I showed you some of the differences between the Misty and the Tim Holtz Tonic Studios stamp platform. One of the other things is this ledge here. So if you can see this, it's not straight across. Like the Misty is a rectangle. This should be, the base is a square, it's an 8 by 8, but you have this little tab here. So this actually helps you open it. If you've seen some of the videos, I think Christina Werner has it, and a couple other people, they put some washi tape on the corner of their Misty to help them lift the top of it, because sometimes when it gets stuck down, it is a little bit hard to do. The only thing that I wish they would have done differently was if they put 2 of these, if they kind of made it sloped, so it went like this. They made it sloped on both sides, because when it's like this, it has almost the exact same effect as the Misty. It's a little bit harder to do it. It's not as easy. However, when I use clear stamps most of the time, so that's part of the problem. That's on the clear side. Now if you're using, that was the clear side. Now if you're using the rubber side, if you look at this, look at how easy this is. And not that it's difficult the other way, believe me, but because there's nothing behind it, it's super easy to lift the lid of this. So just one of the minor things that I think that if they're going to do a second version of it, I think they should think about doing that, is making this shape on both sides and just having kind of like a little notch in the middle, kind of making it like a wave, and then it would help when you're doing the clear side. And it's unfortunate that it's on the red rubber side, that it's on this side, because I tend not to use as many of those stamps as I do the clear stamps. But like I said, I do reach for this a lot. You guys will see it in a lot of my videos, a lot of my recent videos. Didn't happen to be the one in this week's Sketch Sunday because I had other stamps in this, but love it, love it, love it. And if you guys see it in Hobby Lobby and you can use your 40% off coupon, go ahead and take advantage of it. I really think you're going to like it. Even if you have a Misty, it might seem like a little frivolous tool, but if you're going to buy another stamping tool, this is definitely the one to buy because of those features of being able to put a larger sheet in there, let things hang out the bottom, the ease of this, and then just the flipping around instead of taking, because in the Misty, to change from a red rubber to a regular stamp, a clear stamp, you have to take the paper out of it, you have to take the black foam pad out of it, and then you have to remember what you did with the black foam pad. If you take it out and put it on your desk, if your desk is anything like mine, it tends to get lost. So that's just one of the advantages of this. This is just a real quick flip of the top of this. So if you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below or private message me, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.